Chapter 46. Magkakasama kaming tatlo nang umuwi sa bahay at tanging si Arjun lamang ulit ang nahiwalay. I think this time, he'll really be with his precious melody. My God! I can't believe this! Sigaw ni Romina habang hawak ang sentido. Padarag kong initsa ang susi sa ibabaw ng tokador. Hindi ko matingnan si Romina na puputok na yata ang lahat ng litid sa katawan. Tumungo ako sa pintuan ng kwarto para siguraduhin nakakandado yun. Nobody should hear this. Baka ibulgar na naman ako ng i-grid na yun kay Papa ngayong wala pa akong susunod na hakbang. That's why he's so familiar. I saw him when we're in Manila. Ani Beth na nakaupo sa gilid ng aking kama. My head whipped so fast towards her. Hell? You saw him? Where? Hindi makapaniwala kong tanong kahit na alam ko na yata kung saan. Nakasabay ko siya sa lift, she explained. But I didn't go to Chris's floor. I got bored so I went to the gym. Is he with that Ashat Jerome? Asked Romina. I don't think so. He's on the phone. He says he's alone in pursuit. Fuck, crazy. Did you know about this? Hinarap ako ni Romina. Ramdam ko ang panlalabo ng kulay sa aking muka. No, I didn't know the part when Beth saw him. Or yes, I did know that he's already in the vicinity. Chrissy! Pinandilatan ako ni Romina. Oh, fuck this. I didn't. Hindi naman kilala sa mukha ni Beth si Gab, okay? But we've already encountered each other. Oh God, Chris. What did you do? Why didn't you tell us? Romina's face contorted into rage. Umuusok ang kanyang tainga sa inis at galit. Oh God, Chris! I've already handled him, Romina. I thought that it'll be enough. That it's just a coincidence that he's there. Alam kong kasinungaling ang sabihin na hindi yun sadya dahil kilala ko si Gab. Kung may gusto yan, hindi niya tatantanan hanggat hindi niya nakukuha. Hindi ko pa man alam kung gaano kalaki ang sakop ng kapangyarihan niya. Alam kong gagamitin niya ito ng walang atubili. Well, it's definitely not a coincidence now. Arjun is doing business with them. That was just my point. Whether it's a coincidence or not that we'd made contact, it's a mistake to let Arjun play with the big guns because he's still an amateur for this. What did he say to you back in Manila? Tanong ni Beth. What he's trying to accomplish now? I answered truthfully. His words had already made a mark and sooner, it'll be the rules. What the fuck does your ex want? Why are all exes like Clarence? Halos hampasin ni Romina ang aking headboard. That was what I didn't know and I wouldn't want to know because we're already done. We can still pull out until Arjun to decline and find another real estate. It's not that easy, Beth. Did you see that numbers we're dealing with? At ang malala ay malakas ang kukumpetensya natin. That's why Arjun probably chose an outsider partner. Beth looked at me with her innocent eyes. Humigting ang aking panga. Tama ang sinabi ni Romina. Isa pa. Unang proyekto ito ni Arjun na inaprubahan talaga ng pamilya. Tuwang-tuwa siya at unang beses magpakita ng dedikasyon. He's usually being like an immature playboy unlike what he's trying to achieve now. You can always tell Tito Nick, bulong ni Beth. Nilingon ko ito at umiling. As if I hadn't thought of that this past few days. I want to do it so bad but I couldn't. My mouth will not move if I chose to do it. Alam kong susuportahan niya ako kahit pa matalo siya sa eleksyon, ngunit hindi ko kayang sabihin. I'm scared of what will be the outcome. Iyon ang totoo. Natatakot ako dahil kapag sinabi ko kay Papa ay alam kong lalaban siya sa kahit na anong paraan. He would risk everything for me, including his reputation. And somehow that will make him, us, a threat to the family's dynasty. Ayokong maungkat pati ang kanyang pinagdaanan at masabihang pareho kami ng sinapit. He's a conniving politician but he's also a father. I couldn't lose him in the process. No one should know about this. Beth, Romina, please. Are you freaking kidding me right now, Chris? That man just made you a mistress and he's going for you again. Get a grip. They will eventually know. Malalaman at malalaman din nila, kaya mas mabuting sa iyo manggaling. Sabi ni Beth. Umiling ako. I'm trusting myself to push him out of the picture as soon as possible, before they can even catch a glimpse of those Arjun's business. Naririnig mo ba ang sarili mo, Chris? Mukhang sasakalin ako ni Romina, ngunit eto na ang desisyon ko. This will not take long dahil kailangang unahan si Arjun. This is my stand, sabi ko. I'm trusting myself and so should the both of you. Kalaunan ay umuwi na rin sina Beth at Romina. Nag-iisa ako sa aking malaking kwarto at inaantay na matulog ang haring araw. Pagod na pagod ako kaya naisipan munang matulog. Ang mga panaginip ko ay parang totoo, ngunit nang magising ako ay hindi ko yun mahawakan. I lay next to my pillows, watching the sheer canopy around me dance with the winds. I shivered when the fabric glided on my arms. Kinabukasan ay maaga akong nagising para makapaghanda. Ngayon ang araw na bibisitahin namin ang ilang mga sites na pinag-uusapan. I checked my phone and saw my inbox and messenger full of messages. Most were from Sian, others from my friends. Nag-reply ako kaagad kay Sian dahil nangako ako sa kanyang birthday na hindi na siya uutuin pagkatapos ng birthday niya. So, we chatted for 20 minutes before I finally got up. I wore a casual white V-neck shirt and baby blue denim shorts. Nagsuot ako ng baseball cap at saka nagdala ng flannel shirt kung sakaling mainit. I was checking my phone when I heard Papa's booming voice from the living room. Nakasigaw ito sa kausap sa phone. Namumula ang mga mata sa galit. Nang makita niya ako pababa ay bumuntong hininga ito. He gave clear instructions on the line while massaging his chest a bit. Good morning, Iha. Pinatay nito ang phone at niyaya akong patungong hapagkainan. What's the problem? It's still so early in the morning and yet you're killing everybody. Sabi ko at naupo. Although he's smiling at me right now, his eyes were dead tired and in need of rest. The wrinkles in his eyes were multiplying and he's getting thinner. Rough schedule. Alam mo naman ang tungkulin ko. Pahalakhak nito. Tumango na lamang ako sa kanya, sabay kaming kumain, kaya naman nagpaalam na rin akong pupunta lang kila Beth. He let me go since I was very casual. I was all smiles while we eat since he didn't need any other distractions. Take care, princess. Call me when there's a problem, alright? He kissed my forehead before he got up. I could only look up to him as he goes. Bye! I gave one last wave goodbye as our door closed. Bye, mahina kong sabi. Bumaba ang tingin sa kanyang pagkain, hindi man lang naubos. Hindi rin nagtagal ay bumusina na ang sasakyan ni Arjun sakay sina Beth at Romina. They too wore only casual since it'll be hard to move around in a vacant land. Abala ako sa phone dahil muling nagchat-chat si Sian. Arjun? Romina called out, looking at me through the side of her eyes. Tumaas ang aking mga kilay. Sabi naman ni Arjun. Naipasa mo na ba ito kay Ladad? You said you'll ask for the higher-ups confirmation about this project. Well, have you? Makahulog ang nagsabi ni Romina. Tumango ako sa kanya para sa suporta. I remained silent in my seat, my knuckles going white with what's to come. That is so nice of you to ask. Proud na sabi ni Arjun. Since they were all busy getting ready for the upcoming elections, I'll be making my own glory but they won't credit it if every step I consult to them. Gugulatin ko na lang sila kapag nasa gitna na ang proyekto. The sparks in his eyes from his foolproof plan was too bright for my own liking. Siya ang pinakabata rito at nag-iisang lalaki pa. Everybody was expecting big from him and his playboy charisma already made disappointments. What if they ask you about it? What will you tell them? Sabi naman ni Beth. I can handle this, Dad. You won't need to worry. You can count on your son, so let me be, and I'll let you be. Sa ulado niya, ang tila ba matagal na pinagpraktisan niyang sabihin sa harapan ng salamin. Akala ko ba ayaw mo sa law school? Why are you being this kiss-ass smart cookie? It's so fake. Ani Romina. Really? I need to up my game more? That's not what I meant. I mean, why are you doing this? This isn't you. This is clean and very decent. Sabi naman ni Romina. Oh. Sa rear view ay nakita ko ang lalo pang pagkislap ng mga mata ni Arjun. Saglit na pumula ang kanyang tainga at saka ngumiti na siya lamang ang nakakaintindi. Eyes sparkling, cheeks warming, blood stopping, and heart beating so fast. Is it Melody? You want approval for that girl, Melody? Buong puso kong deklara. Namatay ang lahat ng emosyon sa kanyang mukha at para bang isang kriminal na nahuli sa akto. Umikot ang aking mga mata. Nananatiling tahimik na muna dahil si Romina na kaagad ang nagtatatalak. That's why Arjun took the opportunity in blindness. That was why he pounced on it the moment he saw the sweet, rare chance. Kaya siya umaaktong matino at gumagawa ng paraan para maging matino ay dahil sa isang babae. This isn't for him, or the law school, or the disappointments. My little cousin's really in love. I pitied him already. You should thank that girl for the delay. Mahinang sabi ni Beth sa akin. I nodded and got back to my phone. Dumating na kami sa site pagkatapos ng halos 2 oras. Ako ang huling lumabas ng sasakyan at isinuot ang retro sunglasses. Bakanting-bakante ang kalupaang nababanat sa kahabaan at kalakihan. Naliligo ang mga damo sa katirikan ng araw. Ang lupang malawak ay nakalatag sa kapayapaan. Nagkamayang muli sina Arjun at ang magkapatid na Damiano. Habang nakikipag-usap ng formal ang aking pinsan ay bahagyang sumusulyap si Gab sa akin. He looked at me and farther down to my body. Puno ng disgusto ang kanyang mga mata sa aking choice ng mga damit. Casual lang naman ito It's so fucking hot in here. Beth exhaled and shifted on her feet. Nagpaypay din ako sa aking mukha gamit ang sariling mga kamay. Oh, shoot! I forgot to bring the tent! Damn it! Arjun shouted from the back of his white SUV. Romina cursed like a sailor beside me. Idiot! Paano na kami niyan? E di nasunog na kami? She went towards that dumb Arjun to probably check again. Humigpit ang aking panga sa init na nararamdaman. Mabuti na lamang nakasalamin ako dahil kung hindi, baka kanina pa yung natunaw. Dinig ko ang munting halakhak ni Jerome na cool sa kanyang shirt at shorts. Tuwang-tuwa ito sa aming kahirapan. Sumingkit ang aking mga mata sa kanya, ngunit napatingin din kaagad sa aking hita at kay Beth. Nakaramdam kaagad ako ng awa sa kanila. Gaano ba kami tatagal dito? Bakit ba kami inaabot ng katanghaliang tapat sa daan? I caught Gab staring at me again, amusement in his eyes. He's wearing a white v-neck shirt and plaid shorts only. Very casual. Sa suot niyang aviators ay nakita ko pa rin ang aliw sa kanyang mga mata. Kulang na lang ay sabihin niyang, I told you so. Hindi ko ito pinansin. Binuksan ko na lamang ang kotse at kinuha ang aking long sleeves na baon. It didn't even reach mid-thigh and just covered my arms. It still burns like hell. That chick is quite a bossy, whiny brat, ano? I heard Jerome snickered habang nag-uusap sila ng kuya niya. Hindi ito pinansin ni Gab, ngunit panay pa rin ang kanyang tudyo. Sumingkit ang aking mga mata. I've been surrounding myself with these types of women lately and it's so annoying. They're so stingy and pushy. Pagtutuloy pa rin niya, ngunit hindi pa rin siya kinikibo ng kausap. He's busy at his phone. Naningkit ang aking mga mata. You remember Avery? Man, she was the worst of them all. My ultimate nightmare. It gives me the chill when I think back of her. Mayabang, sabi ko sa isip. There's just so many types of girls out there and I couldn't even find myself those decent ones. I hate this. Beth spoke out loud that Jerome had stopped talking. Arjun poked his head and apologized. Naawa ko sa kanyang inosenteng mukha na tila ba iiyak na dahil hindi alam ang gagawin. Give Arjun a chance. I nudged her side, ngunit napahimas sa aking mga hita. Namumula na ang aking mga hita pati ang aking mukha sa refleksyon ng mga kotse. Damn! Magkakasunburn pa yata ako nito. Arjun, give me the keys. Sa loob na lamang muna kami ng sasakyan, tawag ko. Umiling kaagad si Arjun sa akin kaya naman umikot ng aking mga mata. Medyo malayo ang susunod na gas station dahil remote ito. Our gas might not make it and this is just the first spot, he explained and ducked again in shame. I cursed and left my previous space. Mas lalong umiinit dahil nag-aantay kaming dikit-dikit. Dahil sa makina ng mga kotse ay tumitindig ang aking balahibo sa init kaya naman umalis ako doon. The sun was glaring down at me and thankfully I'm wearing my cap. Tingin ko ay mahi-heat stroke ako sa pinagkagagawa ni Arjun. He's probably so excited to go, he forgot the damn tent. Habang naglalakad ay naghanap na rin ako ng signal. Nakakita ko ng puno at doon idinireksyon ang aking mga paa. Nakarinig ako ng mariing mga yabag sa aking likuran kaya naman napalingon ako. Where will you go, Chris? Gab's thick eyebrows knitted together above his aviators. He's holding something on his back, his two fingers dangling on his lean shoulders. Isn't it obvious? I pointed at the damn tree. Nanginig ang aking balat dahil sa init at dahil sa paninitig ni Gab sa akin. And stop following me, sabi ko. You should go there. Tumango si Gab, tsaka pinasadaan akong muli. Disapproval once again crossed his eyes when he looked at my irritated skin. What now? Sabi ko. Napamura ako sa wave ng init, ngunit bago pa man makahakbang ay binato sa akin ni Gab. It's a white button-down shirt that's probably too big for me. It even smells like him. Tinanggal ko sa aking mukha ang kanyang damit. Naghamon ang aking mga mata. I don't need this. I already have my long sleeves. Binato ko pabalik sa kanya ang damit at saka sa kilos ay tila ba sinilaban lalo ang aking balat. Oh, fuck. Yes, you do. This will cover your legs. Ako ang nahihirapan sa itsura mo. Binato niyang muli sa akin ang long sleeve. Nagtagis ang aking mga ngipin habang hawak ang kanyang damit. Hindi ko naman sinasabing bigyan niya ako nito. At hindi rin naman dapat niya akong iubliga. He's trying to prove himself again. Just take it. I already called someone to deliver a canopy tent. It won't be that long. His voice was soothing na tila ba pinapaamo ako. My fingers twitched in annoyance. Bubuka pa lamang sana ang aking bibig para magreklamo ay sinamaan niya ako kaagad ng tingin at umiling. Dinuro nito ang aking namumulang mga binte dahil sa damo at init. Tinalikuran na ako nito. Iniwan akong mag-isa. So, I spent the next 20 minutes under the shade of a tree. Medyo nahimasmasan ako ng kaunti at kumalma, ngunit naiirita pa rin ako at ang aking balat dahil sa taas ng temperatura. Mayroon ding signal dito kaya naman nakapag-text na kami ni Sian. Sian, if you mentioned you're trekking, sumama sana ako. I'm so bored here. Napatampal ako sa aking mga binti dahil may insekto sa mga damo. Me. I already told you that this isn't trekking and besides, you would want to go home right away if I invited you to come. I want to go home na nga eh. That embellic Arjun and his prestigious love for that girl. Sian. Saan ba yan? I could always take you home. Hehe. Me. You wish. And I can't. Arjun needs us because his head is a little bit jarred. He has the worst syndrome a person could ever catch. Of course, it's the very known love syndrome. The one that makes you feel like you're in Antarctica and at the same time at the Sahara Desert. It makes the bones on your knees melt and your brain go mushy. Nagdudot-dut ako sa cellphone ng tumingala. Naroon pa rin sila sa kalagitnaan ng kapatagan. Ang magkapatid ay nag-aaway pa rin. Sa gilid ay magkausap si Beth at Jerome kaya naman napatas ang aking kilay. Well, would you look at that? Mukhang inaaning naman ni Jerome ngayon ang aking tahimik na pinsan dahil wala siyang makuhang reaksyon kay Gab. And speaking of Gab, too was on his phone. Matigas itong nakapamewang habang umiiling. Buo na naman ang kanyang kunot noo at pagkatapos ng ilang segundo ay sinipat ako nito bago bumalik sa kausap. Habang ka-text ko si Sian ay ganoon ang aking napapansin. Kada ilang segundo ay sinisipat niya ako na mawawala ako kaagad. I snorted and leaned on that tree. Dumating na rin sa wakas ang mga tao ni Gab na tumulong din sa pag-aayos ng puting lona. May kalakihan yun kaya naman komportable na kaming lahat. There were also tables and comfy chairs provided. Alright, we can start now, Gab declared and began to discuss about the property. Nakahilig lamang ako sa aking upuan habang hawak ang portable electric fan. I swept my hair on one shoulder and as I listened. His husky voice combined with roughness was very masculine. This was his reserved version and nobody dared to interrupt. Matigas ang kanyang bawat Ingles at ang pagtingin, dumapo yun sa aking mga mata. Nagtagal ng ilang segundo bago nilipat muli. Jerome joined him and talked about the topography since this was the raw form of the land. They carefully explained the environmental reserves, zoning, and the permit. A very complicated-looking map was displayed in an iPad, showing the location and its price per hectare. Sinipat ko ang tatlo sa aking tabi. Mariin ang kanilang focus sa sinasabi ng magkapatid. My fingers tapped above the table. This land is very buildable and community amenities will never be a problem, Jerome shrugged as he finished it. How about the gas station? I countered as I raised my eyebrows. Anong community amenities ang sinasabi niya kung mismo bilihan ng krudo ay 1 oras yata ang layo? Jerome began to carefully explain that the route we had taken in order to arrive in this location was a little bit longer. Tumango sa akin si Romina para kumpirmahin na tama yun. Sumingkit ang aking mga mata. He was about to fire another fact, but his older brother made him shut up. Doon ay natahimik na si Jerome at humingi ng paumanhin. Gab looked at me, his eyebrows raising. Jerome finished after 5 minutes or so and closed the map on his iPad. Well, none of us were an experienced land investor, but I'd say they're pretty damn good. Anya. See? This idea isn't so bad after all. Magaling sila. Pilit pa ni Arjun. Kating-kate ata na pirmahan ang pagbebenta. I almost shook my head. Gab was always a beast in business and he will always be. His has a frigid empire and he's chosen to deal this with us on hands too. Hindi yun fair dahil puro kami amateur. You need to control yourself, Arjun. Huwag kang magmadali ng magmadali. Beth rolled her eyes. Is that melody rushing you? Kumunot ang aking noo kaya naman umapoy ang mukha ni Romina. Before she could berate him once again, Jerome waved at us. Nagbigay ito ng water bottles para sa amin at saka ngumiti. Thanks, man! Arjun praised him and looked like he just received an autograph from his favorite MMA fighter. And don't mention hospitable. Iling ni Beth habang pinagmamasdan si Jerome na maingay na naglalaro sa gadget. Nag-thumbs up pa ito sa katabing si Gab ngunit inikutan lamang siya ng mata. Napailing ako. Pagkatapos ng aming mini-meeting ay muli kaming humarap sa dalawa na abala sa mga cellphone. Sinipat ko ang hawak ni Gab dahil kanina pa ang kanyang dot-dot doon. Kumunot ang kanyang noo at nilingon ako. Umaliwalas kaagad ang kanyang mukha at tinaasan ako ng kilay. What? I didn't say anything. I ignored him and began texting Sian once again. Chill lang muna at dahil abala pa si Arjun sa pagbabasa ng mga papeles, pati na rin sa iPad. I looked up after I replied. Nakaupo lamang si Gab sa aking harapan at hindi hawak ang cellphone. Prente itong nakasandal sa puting monoblock. One hand rests on his thigh. His whole Versace watch glinting in menace. Pansin kong kunot na naman ang noo nito habang pinagmamasdan ng aking kamay na may hawak na cellphone. I ignored him again. Nang mawalan ng signal ay minabuti kong tumungo muli sa ilalim ng puno. Malakas ang signal doon. At saka medyo kumulimlim na naman. I brought crackers with me that was also provided earlier. I opened my Facebook and entertained myself. Sian was busy at the moment. I got bored on Facebook so I opened my Snapchat. I took a photo of the vast land before me. Pagkatapos nun ay nagtry ako nung asong filter. Napangiti ako sa iba pang mga filter ngunit napasinghap ng may pilit umaagaw sa aking phone. What the hell? Give me that, snatcher! I yelled and immediately lowered my voice. Bumula ang aking dugo nang makita ang pagmumukha ni Gab. What are you doing? I spoke through clenched teeth as I watched him flip my phone over and over again. Dinungaw nito ang aking screen upang makita lamang na camera ang naka-open. Pumasok sa kanyang mukha ang isang filter at puno ng pagtataka ang kanyang mukha. I snatched my phone and tucked in my pocket. Humalukip-kip si Gab at napanguso. I told you not to follow me, and will you stop acting like you always have a hold on me? Pwede ba, Gab? Tigilan mo na ako. I hissed at him. I just got jealous. Napakagat sa labi si Gab, nag-iwas ng tingin. Pinagigilan niya ang pang-ibabang labi hanggang sa mamulay yon. You can get jealous, but you shouldn't do a thing about it. We're already done and I don't give a shit whenever you get jealous. Sa paraan ng kanya pag-iwas ng tingin ay ebidente na naman ang pagpipigil. Tila ba may gusto siyang sabihin, ngunit limpak na pagpipigil ang ginagawa. He's formed and cursed under his breath. I know, sweetheart, I know. Hirap na hirap niyang sabi, don't. Umiling ako. Don't call me that. Hindi niya ako kayang lingunin pa. Kitang-kita ko ang takot sa kanyang mga mata, ngunit hindi ko yun inintindi. Sumulyap ako sa aming mga kasamang naiwan sa tent at wala namang naghahanap sa akin. Tiningala kong muli si Gab, dinuduro. Why are you doing this hands-on, huh? Why don't you just flick your fingers and bring one of your real estate agents with us? Why you? I asked in a low, dangerous tone. I'll just jump on any chance I get to be with you. That's why. And if you dodge that, then I'll just find another way. Any way to you. I'd buy out every single piece of property until it's only me reigning. Kanyang pahayag sa malalim at namamaos niyang boses. Go away, I said in a serious tone. I was hoping that he'll listen to me because what he's doing was very destructive. I need you to get out of my life, Gab. Wala ka ng lugar at mahirap ka ng isiksik pa. I want you out. Sinuntok ni Gab ang puno sa gilid ng aking ulo. I didn't flinch and maintained all my determination for him to give up. But would he? Knowing his Gab and his man driven by his instinct and desires, knowing he already owned me once. It's been years, Chris. His husky voice started breaking and his eyes were raging thunderstorms. Nagiwas ako ng tingin at hindi nagpakita ng emosyon. Ikaw at ikaw pa rin. Ramdam ko ang kay-init niyang hininga sa aking leeg at dibdib. Hingal na hingal ito habang hinahabol ng tingin ang aking mga mata. Sa aking bawat iwas ay sinusundan lamang niya. Ang aming mukha ay hibla ng buhok lamang ang pagitan. I could feel his lips on mine, begging. His arms were suddenly on my waist, tightly gripping it like it's his lifeline. Nagkukumahog akong kumawala sa kanya at tumigting ang aking mga panga. No. Buong-buo ang aking boses dahil ito ang tama. Umiling ako sa kanya. You need to let go, Gab. You have a wife at home waiting for your return and I can't be a mistress. I deserve more than that. Chris. Matigas at nahihirapan niyang tawag sa akin ngunit umiling ako. No, I said and left him. Bumalik na ako kina Beth at Romina. Tumingin kaagad sa akin si Beth. Sumandal ako sa kanyang balikat. At dito na po muna natin tatapusin ang ating pagbabasa sa ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa pag-aantay at sa pakikinig. Yan. At hanggang sa muli.